Right now on the Home Strategist, I'm going to explain what is a home strategist using a framework that I have taught for over 20 years to business students, entrepreneurs, executives, and people starting companies from scratch. Most people have never seen it, or a good number who have slept through it in class. But the planning hierarchy explains why smart homeowners make expensive decisions with confidence and success. Today, I want to show you how to apply the planning hierarchy to home ownership and what it actually means to think like a home strategist. So why am I bringing a business framework into home ownership? Well, I've taught the planning hierarchy in business programs and entrepreneurship courses and various professional settings. And the reason I like it is it's the foundation of business planning. It's how we think about the decisions that we make. And most homeowners have never seen it. Yet they're making decisions that involve six-figure purchases, 5 to 6-figure remodel jobs, long time horizons, and real risk. So home ownership is one of the biggest decisions people make, and almost no one approaches it strategically. The reason this hierarchy is so important to homeowners is that many homeowners jump straight to projects, remodels, execution. That would be unacceptable in a real business. No vision leads to no priorities, and no priorities leads to reactive spending. Most homeowners don't lack discipline. What they lack is a framework. So let's do a high-level walkthrough of the planning hierarchy. So we start at the top with vision. And then we follow up that vision with the goals and objectives that it's going to take to reach that vision. So we're building on all the layers of this hierarchy. We follow that up with the part I like the best, and that's the strategy. And then we follow it up in the end with the part most homeowners like, and that's execution. So the emphasis here is on order, not theory. Each layer constrains the one below it. Execution should be the last decision that you make, not the first. So let's start off with the vision. What role is the house that you are currently either buying or planning to buy, what role is that going to play in your life? Do you think it's going to be your forever home? Is it a stepping stone? Is it an equity builder? What's your mortgage horizon? Would you like to be mortgage free in 5 years? What does that look like? Without defining that clarity, every decision starts to compete with every other decision. And many times, too often, emotion starts to drive your spending. So if you don't define the role of the house that you're buying, the house will define your spending. So the way that we get from vision to requirements is through the goals and objectives stage of the hierarchy. With goals, we're thinking about what has to be true, what has to come true for this vision to work. So we're thinking about longevity, we're thinking about predictability, we're thinking about stability, we're thinking about growth. Then we drill down a little bit further, get a little bit more granular, and we start talking about objectives. So concrete realities that exist in home ownership, things like deferred maintenance, the various upgrades that we think need to be done or the market feels needs to be done, major systems. So objectives are not real exciting, but they're stabilizing. They set the tone for what comes next. Where many homeowners and many businesses go wrong is at the strategy stage. This is where you align your decisions with reality. That's key. So strategy equals prioritization, okay, and restraint. That's one of the most important things. So let me give you a quick business example. A number of years ago, Ford Motor Company made the conscious decision to get out of the car business. They're going to stay in the automobile business, but their automobiles are going to be light pickups and SUVs. And they did hang around with the Mustang because that's their flagship. So they made that decision because the car business just wasn't worth it for them anymore. The majority of the business they were doing was in the pickup and SUV space. That's where they wanted to focus their energies at. So that was a restraint on their business model. So when you think about strategy and you think about home ownership, think about remodeling beyond the neighborhood comparables. That's an area where you want to exercise restraint. Do you live in a granite countertop neighborhood or do you live in a laminate countertop neighborhood? Things like erasing desirable architectural character in homes. Mid-century modern homes are really popular right now. A lot of people love that style. However, there are people that are moving into mid-century modern homes that are erasing a lot of the architectural detail that people love about those homes because they're making personal preferences and personal decisions a priority as opposed to strategy. Over-customizing based on personal taste. In the neighborhood where your house exists, is it really a good idea to spend $10,000 on a tile shower in your master bathroom? Is that what you need to do? So here's the thing. Strategically, the market sets the ceiling, not your preferences. So at the bottom of this hierarchy comes the part that too many people start with, and that's execution. The projects finally make sense because you've taken all the necessary steps from vision all the way down to strategy to make the execution make sense. Execution isn't bad. It's necessary. It's just downstream. Good outcomes are decided before the work starts. Just like if you take on a project in your house right now, I guarantee you that the more prep work you do for that project, the better the project's going to go. I've done contracting long enough to know that preparation leads to success. Execution gets the attention from homeowners because it's action, but the strategy determines the ultimate outcome. What we just got done talking about is the home strategist mindset. What that is strategy first. It's not about DIY. It's not about some HGTV fantasy world. It's not about flipping houses. It's about decision quality over time, making quality decisions in a measured way that makes sense for what it is you're trying to accomplish. A home strategist doesn't spend less. They spend with intent. Once you start thinking this way, home ownership stops feeling chaotic and it starts behaving like something you can actually control. Thanks for checking out the Home Strategist. If you appreciated this content, give us a like, drop us a comment, and please subscribe to the channel.